ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. ROTC is how we take students and commission them as officers in the United States Army. It is a college course, but it's really more than a college course. We not only teach you about all the things you're going to need to know to be an officer in the United States Army, but really we focus fundamentally on organizational leadership. At the end of the day, to be a successful officer in the United States Army, you have to be a leader. And really our mission is to be able to train and educate students in the university environment to be second lieutenants of character in the Army. We teach you about how to be a leader, and we give you opportunities to do that. You know, in ROTC, you have the opportunity to fundamentally practice it in an environment where it's okay to make a mistake. You know, because once you get into your profession or once you get into the Army, the ability to make mistakes is smaller. So we're really not just an education program in terms of your academic education, but it's really a practicum on leadership.
So the weekly routine of an Army ROTC cadet at Shippensburg University, it's actually pretty complex. We do physical training or PT Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Depending on what day you choose to take your class, at least I take my class on Wednesdays. So I have my class on Wednesdays from 11 to 11:50, and then on Thursdays we have lab, which we do land navigation. Whatever they decide to do is just a lab for military science.
I'd say my two biggest influences to join ROTC was my mom and dad. My mom served in the National Guard and my dad in the Air Force, and I just wanted to make myself proud and them proud and follow in their footsteps. No, it's not difficult to balance ROTC with my social and academic life at all because I made a lot of friends in ROTC, so it's nice to see them in class and in lab, and then when I'm apart from ROTC you have a lot of free time, so you can spend that how you like. And then academically, I take 5 classes like every other freshman, but one of my classes is ROTC, so I just have to treat that like any other class.
Being in ROTC, it has shown me that any challenge that I face, I can overcome, and it has also taught me a lot of importance in time management and how you use that throughout your day. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning for PT, and then I have an 8 a.m., and then I have a 12 p.m. and a 1 p.m. And throughout the day, I have to make time schedules to go to the library to study, to meet with professors, to plan when I'm going to finish a future assignment. Growing up, I wanted to be an Army officer, but I also did want to get a higher education and go to college. So they both went hand in hand, and I'm learning leadership skills and combatant skills that I would never learn anywhere else.
Other experiences, more military-based, are schools that you can go to: Airborne Air Assault, SEER School, Northern Warfare School. I'm fortunate enough this summer to go to Northern Warfare School in Alaska. I'm very excited for it. The most valuable takeaway of ROTC is probably the lifelong learning attribute that you gain. Every day you try to learn something new, and every day you try to gain new experience that will not only help you lead other people, but help yourself.
I definitely think the most valuable takeaway is the experience we'll get once we're officers, meaning no other 22-year-old or 23-year-old will have the leadership experience that a second lieutenant does, being in charge of all that equipment, all those people. I wanted to join Army ROTC basically because being around my dad when I was growing up, his job in the garment manufacturing business, he made body armor for like the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force, and I was able to meet a lot of officers in the Army, Navy SEALs, so that kind of got me interested. And then once I found out all the benefits of scholarships and getting like a monthly stipend, and then also the leadership experience that I would receive afterwards, kind of pushed me over the edge.
Some of the inspirations that made me choose to do ROTC here at Shippensburg, one is definitely my father. He served in the U.S. Army and retired as a first sergeant after serving in the Vietnam War. He definitely did his best to implement, some discipline and some like strict values around the house. Make sure you fix your bed, make sure you do this, all in a timely manner. And I think that definitely helped my work ethic and like my mindset to do better. But I think the overall picture that I got from my father was he wanted to provide a better future for my siblings and myself. and coming from like a really, harsh background, it was kind of like, it was an eye-opener, and I think that's why I chose to do ROTC, because not only I can do better for myself, but for those around me.
So the best way I would tell somebody to prepare is, if you're going to come to ROTC, be ready to be part of something that's a service, and be part of something that's bigger than yourself. And if you can come here with kind of that attitude and that take on what you're here to do, you have the opportunity to be successful.
The best advice I can give to a future cadet is just show up to as much as you can. Show up to every single PT. Show up to every event that they ask us to volunteer, and show up to every lab. If you do that, you'll get on the good side of everyone, and it'll just make things run smoothly, very smoothly.
I would advise future cadets to not be nervous at all and just stay fully committed, because everybody is very accepting and you'll find some awesome people in ROTC.
So what advice would I give to a future cadet? Physical fitness is very important, but academics comes first. Having your priorities and your values set so you don't get in trouble or do the wrong thing, because you have to be a good character and an all-around good person.
The advice I would give to a future cadet is probably show up to college in good physical shape, and always push yourself to learn something new every day and keep up with academics.
My advice would be to fully commit yourself once you're here or once you're involved, and take advantage of all the opportunities, from the summer trainings just to volunteering for stuff on the weekends, showing up to everything, because you don't really know what you have until you fully immerse yourself into the program.
So advice that I would give to a cadet that's possibly looking into joining our program here at Shippensburg would be to be mentally open. I think that's a vital component to becoming a leader, or even honestly as a student here or anywhere, honestly, because when you're mentally open, you're willing to work with people that you're not comfortable with. You're willing to do things that are a little bit out of your comfort zone, and with that, that broadens your personality and experience as a leader, as a student, as a friend. And I think with RTC, it gives you so many opportunities to do that. You form so many friendships with so many different people, and whether it's on the field doing a mission, or even just studying in the library with them, it's relationships and bonds that you can never forget.